Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sri Lanka series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which we're in the 1170s now. And this man, speaking of the 70s, he is 76 years old, his health is doing poor. I mean, he's trying to live as long as he can until he sees the day that his daughter, Rajini Seneya, to reach to adulthood and have her education be complete, which is a martial education, and she has 4 traits. She is stubborn, temperate, callous, and calm, which makes her a content planner, which she's very rational and very generous, despite her tendency to be heartless and cold-blooded. But hopefully she'll be rid of that little, I don't know if it's a vice, but it's something that needs to be rid of one day, at least for her. Which she'll turn 15 this year, then the next year 16. You good? Oh, I tried to sneeze, but it didn't come out well. Okay, apologize. Now, we have been living in an era, what I would call this golden age of Tambapanni, which would also be known as the era of the temple builders, even though the temples are mostly built in the areas of Matale, Vijayarajapura, and Nagadipa. That's where most of the investments went, and all that. And it was during his reign that he saw the purification phase transition into the accumulation phase, which we are well along our way back to purification, which is still better than degeneration, which, based on this rate, it seems we can never go that far into it. But as I said, I must live more than a year until I see Seneya reaches adulthood, so we would not experience a regency period, even though it would be brief for the most part. But I still would like to do, you know, a few things. Just hang on. I'm not gonna actually, just curious about it would be nice to be a living legend. Well, you don't know that, because that's different than a normal pilgrimage. Speaking of that, recently got this dynasty legacy here. Walk in the Sacred Path, where you gain much more trade experience for pilgrim and traveler for the members of the House of Jerabahu, and 50% cheaper for pilgrimages. And gain +2 learning per unique holy site if they visited. So, like, let's say we do a pilgrimage, a pious one, right here in Aga Rada of Tambapanni, which would be the shortest pilgrimage. Like, what if I were to bring everybody? Would that include Seneya, my daughter? Because yes, okay. So, nobody? Appropriate. Ceremonial. Throng. So everybody, including her, because I'd like for her to pick up that pilgrim trait just this early on. Even though you're spending quite a bit of money for this. And I'll go as slow as I like. Plus we make very good income anyway. So we just do a regular pilgrimage, but to Aga Rada of Tambapanni, which is a local holy site here for the Theravada faith. Anybody who's interested can come. Which include, you know, members of my family. And the people that I've married, including my lovely Fu. Right, because that's who he is. Just to swing around there, so that way my daughter can, you know, be the have a bit of 39 style experience back a ways. So that's for this year. We just do one little pilgrimage and then be back here. To Aga Rada of Tambapanni. This will be my last official pilgrimage, but at least it'll be following your body and soul, the great temple of Aga Rada of Tambapanni. As the book offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for the samsara to bring me here at this moment in time. 30 trait experience in the pilgrim trait. Woo! That's a big one. And for everyone else here too. Yep, you are a proper pilgrim now. As I entered the sacred downs, I found come out. I'm staring at the altar of absent expression. What did I call it? My lord, she says on face, I have something to ask you. I hope you could forgive me. This place has moved my soul and agitated my spirit in a way I thought inconceivable. Siddhartha has spoken to me, his voice clear, severe, precise. He keeps going and going and going. The only sound I can hear now is the whole world's gone quiet. If I could stay behind, I'd like to devote my life to it. Well, you survived consumption. And you do have the makings of becoming a nun, but ambitious, do you? But it'll be pious, and you can be, even though it says monk, but she would be a bhikshuni, a nun. So that's who she is now. She's a, even though it says monk, but the proper term would be nun, bhikshuni. That's what she is now, and she will dedicate the rest of her life to it in religious service. There's always so much a man could pray about looking for other equally important ways to spend one's time. Lord Vikrama has a lovely residence that he so kindly allows me to visit. I hear some voices come from one of the rooms. In doing this, he achieved the greatest technique. I peek inside and see Aga Rada explaining his craft to a group of interested courtiers who eagerly follow his teachings. I game distress no matter what I pick. I'll say such an XP was wasted in a court like this, don't you think? Offer refused. As I walk into the temple, a formidable guilt comes upon me. The light, illuminating the altar like a shiny summer day. It's so dense that I feel like I could touch it. What kind of life am I living? What kind of Aga Rada could I be? Or father or son? If I'll change my non-believer nature, the only light I'll see will be that of the fires of Naraka. Am I really a non-believer? I'm only known to be a deviant, not a non-believer. So here, I am born a new man. At least I'll be a little more pious. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I feel reassured that I may not be the most pious pilgrim out there. I've proven my dedication to the enlightened in more ways than one. This being my second pilgrimage, I can't help but compare to my previous visit to Varanasi in all its holiness. I'm also thrilled by the notion of having visited a new holy site. Anuradhapura, it's been an honor. Big gain that I've been getting during this time. What's yours? None, but at least you have more piety, a little faster travel speed, a little bit more safer, just to get you familiar, because when you become the ruler of these lands here, you've got to travel to your vassals. You gotta know the land. I believe my armor is good, is it not? Yes. No need for new armor. Culture has discovered advanced bow making. So now we can build shooting ranges, and you can recruit crossbowmen. Shooting ranges are workshops. Archer maintenance, skirmish maintenance. It's good to be home. I can also gain much more trade experience as a wanderer. Don't do anything except maybe meditation. And the reason I say that is because, look, you are about a year away to build another local Buddhist religious site, and I need to do something to pass the time. Go meditate. Tabatusitawaka. Way over there. I'll be fine. Be there in June. I'll be alright. The Pura Sitawaka. Hey, remember I had this? Wait a minute, don't I still have down there? No, maybe this is the way to keep me alive for a little longer. Unless I become a gardener, which seems to be likely. Which is all fine and dandy for more stewardship. I'm a gardener now. A gardener, look at this man. Avaricious, hunter, herbalist, architect. This man's lived it all, and done it all. Again, we chose deliberately to delay. I can feel it in my very bones. The army will come for me soon. Like an old friend, he's patiently waiting to receive me. I'll be dead within a year. Oh, I shall not live long enough to see the day that my daughter reached adulthood. Oh. The army will be coming for me. But at least there will be enough time where I am to meditate Let's see, Dawaka. Makes me feel fortunate that I've gone on a pilgrimage to there. So can't escape now. Yeah, might as well. No, just keep going. I'm here to meditate, not to do anything fancy. Nature will provide for us. If I had that 1% and died prematurely, then... Oh boy, what a way to go. 750 is the number to send her to the university. Remember that. Do we have a court tutor? Still? Yes. Still good. My careful education and guardianship of Seneya and planted the seeds of a lasting friendship. Increased her intrigue by 1. We do never know if she ever got any traits that would help her. That she's either intelligent or pretty or anything. We don't know that. So I shall meditate before I leave this fine earth. Great strength that the levies provide due to a highly developed country we live in. Can punch above its own weight. Court language. Mahinda. Mahinda! Look at you! You are the king of Tamilakam! How did that happen? He inherited, so had no children. So Mahinda, whose mother was a Chola, that was his grandfather, and therefore Mahinda, who is 7. This increases our renown even more. We're neighbors. Proper neighbors. Sure, other Cholas would remain, but now... we need to negotiate an alliance. Not too close to kin. Well, when you begin to rule, we need to protect Tamilakam. That's the reason why you have this, gonna have this martial education in the first place. I could see her being a warrior queen to protect the interests of Tamilakam. Get more heavily involved. I could see that. Protect our kin. Protect you, and you protect us. That's the deal. And plus the court language over there is Sihala, not Tamil over there. After arriving in the wild forests of Setawaka, I found a peaceful clearing to meditate in. Isolated and far away in the wilderness, I found that the troubles which had burdened me at court no longer had any weight. For the first time in far too long, I was at peace. This experience will stay with me forever. Now I must return and await for my passing, and then the reign of Seneya will begin. Ditch! I am the very pious man, but never as a living legend. Never as a living legend. Thinks it doth. I go inside again. And now, final year of my life. I did what I could. There are no more adventures for me now. Seneya's skill armor. You got your own armor. For my dear daughter. Model of the Zhongli family from Fu. So, mother made this for her. Last year, okay? So it's like it was created for her and given to her. Well, that's nice. But soon, she'll have things that's much better. Don't spend anything. Think. I won't live long enough to sell trivial tiles again, but I can extort subjects, get a little bit more coin off of them before I pass. Always the avaricious man that I am. Extorted courtiers for 10 years. I'll be dead anyway. Just collect a couple more gold and that's that. The spies informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The man is spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about a great deal. Struck at a man with a fancy lord in pearls and silk. Apparently drew a map of the local plains for an unknown nobleman. Spies think that the lord must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. So it's likely that I'll pass away before I even see the day that my daughter's education be complete. One last time. I was never a lustful man, but I sure loved Chinese women. Somebody wants to kill him. It's just a guest. It's complete. The house of worship's being completed. Just to give me a little bit more renown. Son. Dot. Matrilineal. Ah. Damn it. I was about to say, if it were the other way around, I would approve it. Once I had a hook on that man. But that won't matter now. Oh, I present the Silk Road Entertainers. Give that to him. So I'll say I respect the decliner patrol, but I'm willing to give you Silk Road Entertainers. for the renown. Yes. Now, the time has come. This is the time for me to pass. Okay, now you're just rubbing it in. Die while I'm sick instead of natural causes. Heir to Kasumi. That's my grandson. Yeah. From that different house. And you finally got properly married. He's set to inherit, and he shall. Oh boy. Aga Rada Gajabahu of the Vijayabahu Agarajya has transcended his material form at 77 years of age. He died from being ill, and it was a long one. A hollowed shell of his former self, he had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. He tried to fight against infirmity. He fought against being infirm, fought against illness, but finally you just know when to fold. You know when to walk away. And you know when that time comes to pass. You know when to leave this earth. All that. So now, he was the cultural head, he was exalted among men, he was indeed a religious icon. He was avaricious and an architect. Only fought in one war, and that was to revoke the titles of the rebel who did not pay him tribute. And he hosted 20 activities. He was quite a traveler of his time. And attended 2 activities, 1 hunt and 1 grand tournament over in Tamilakam. And now for our first ever female ruler, Mahesi Seneya ascends to the throne. Having mastered many skills, she is sure to be admired by her subjects. We can hope so. Stop right there. Now remember, this is still during the accumulation phase, which it feels like has the golden age come to pass. Well, we'll know the answer soon enough. Because now, now there's an issue here. Kasumi. So now we do have a foothold on Pagan. But that could be counterproductive. But now here's the problem. Not a lot of vassals like her, but then again it's due to, empty council position, which we'll have to rectify that. You can have it. And that too. And go for domestic affairs for once, because we will try to keep this country together. And we still make a pretty good income for a single one, because we've been developing the heck out of this realm. I could go on a grand tour, despite the fact I'm 15. Ah, yes. Build a local Buddhist religious site. But first... Well, I'm a child, so wait 2 months. But however... You're the bravest one of all. And send me to that university. Father taught me well, but you're the one who knows about military matters better than anyone else, so perhaps you can give me. Put that on. You can have that bread off. Instead, there's that rough gemstone that I've unearthed. So do not worry. The Regency will be short-lived. Nearly 5,000 strong. It's fine. Alright. Let's make the last few checks. Do I have any secrets? No. I can meet my peers despite the fact that I'm about to become an adult soon. Doesn't hurt to hold one. I do have one friend, my half-brother. He'll never betray me. And this will be my Hindustani guardian. He needs to teach me martial matters, despite the fact he doesn't like me very much, which is fair. And I do have a crush on Vijayabahu Amarasakara. Ooh. He's shy, he's lustful, which you could say. Well, actually, how did they get together? Let's learn a little bit of history of that. His guardian is the Purapanda of Trincomalee. Find out a little bit of history. So, okay. Developed romantic feelings for him. Okay. I have feelings for him, not the other way around. Older by 2 years. My father became a sinner, and then he died. How are we supposed to know that my father was a sinner and he died? Did he say something in his deathbed? Is that what he said? But nevertheless, the 18th of May, that I'm now the Mahesi of the Aga Rada of Tambapanni. What happens if we meet peers right before adulthood? So, inviting every small lord and lady in the realm to join themselves in the company of other children is liberating and fun experience. Obviously, right here. Won't be going anywhere. San Vijayabahu, who may not come. Ah, come on, you're my crush. Why don't you come? I mean, I'll pay you a little bit in gold to get you to come over here because, you know, and you say you might be late and the fact that you're shy. I mean, I understand your shyness, but come on, you should come and be with me. In fact, I'll give you a gift even. Where's the dang? Would you appreciate a milk tooth? No. That's gonna take more than that. About this couch, the one that father didn't like. That old sword. 6 opinion is -6. Needs a little more than that. Come on. Do better. This sounds good. You know it's not immediate. He lives over in Trincomalee, which is not in our court. So again, opinion, shy, total is 2. Make him like me, and he'll come. Okay, you know what? Give him that old sword. Saved artifact. Why on earth would I want to steal it back? Okay, fine, I'll give you gold. One second. There, now he will come. He'll accept. Expects not to arrive on time. That's because you live on the other side of the island. Okay. Now we get it. I simply want to meet peers right as before I go into adulthood. Spending a bit more for this. Not to mention going to that university. Yes, university. When we get this country kept together, we can go to that university for further education. I mean, I'm pretty average all around, yes. But to what degree is the question. That we aim to find out in 23 days. Who dares? Install Powder Crown Bahu Kasumi to the Tambapanni throne. In the honor of the traditions of House Vijayabahu and their predecessor, my vassals have traveled across the land to affirm their loyalty with an oath of fealty. I vow that you'll have my protection. All the vassals, yes. Strong hook, loyalty. They can never betray me, and that includes the Trincomalee. Seems like I have a special relationship with Trinco. Hold it. Stop. Right. There. Well, it's too late to get a court event right now. What joy it is to be a daughter of such an exemplary servant of Siddhartha. The order I feel in my heart when I feel everybody refer to him as sinner, Aga Rada of. His virtue is revered by Bhikkhus and pious Theravadins alike. I wonder, will I humbly stay in my father's shadow, or will I achieve and surpass such piety in my own life? Will the good grace of Siddhartha be as visible in me as in him? One day I will be like you, Father. I will be a good servant to the faith, and more. Liberty faction, because of very high crown authority, that's why. Everyone is here. As all the small lords and ladies ushered into the room, I feel myself grow giddier and giddier. I'm thrilled that both Kunavira, the son and heir of my vassal, the and Gajabahu of Vijayabahu, Amana Sakara, the son of my vassal Purapanda Vijayabahu. Very good me. Welcome. So this activity will last a few months, even though I'm about to become an adult in a month, in a week, in fact. Learned something from them. A ball bounces past me, scooped back into the waiting arms of Vajebahu. Amarasakare. Yes, my crush. Do you want to join? We got a ball. We could do with some more players. I'll join. I mean, I'll gain stress because of pets of a calm. I mean, despite I'm supposed to be a calm child, but come on. This is my crush. He's a compassionate gentleman. I mean, he's honest, he's lustful, he's shy. He just needs to get out more. With the help of Gunduz and the university, I've achieved an understanding of warfare that far exceeds that of any of my peers. To reach so far in the subject, that has been truly gratifying. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the woman I have become. The friendship I've shared with Parakram Vahu, my half-brother, meant a lot to me when we were both young, and to still have him by my side means a lot. I had some memorable times with Vijayabahu, my former crush now. He truly helped me understand both myself and love. Mahesi Seneya, you're a woman now. So, she is comely, she is pleasant to look at. Ups fertility bit. Skilled tactician. Will not forget my fondness for Vijayabahu. This does not end this activity. So it just shows that it's like she is a woman now, but she still has that childlike demeanor in her. So she did not inherit her mother's intelligence, but she did inherit some of her beauty, so she is comely. Half brothers to regent. Keep that well in mind. Also, it should be noted that she picked up not just. If there's one thing that Seneya knows, it is how to make supplies last, and last well. Not to mention, brilliant strategist. She's got very high prowess due to all these modifiers out there. I'm looking. I'm thinking about what path I should take. Thinking. Think I should go on a path of stratagem. Because if I recall, my great-grandfather, Vijayabahu, who founded this kingdom, united the kingdom, liberated Tambapanni, he was more of a gallant man, but I should be more into strategy. That's what I seek. There are those against me, but many of my vassals have pledged their allegiance to me, so they will not betray me. No way. For now, there's just 2 months in this meeting with my peers. It's like, yes, I'm a woman now, and still have A little bit of challenge me. Vijayabahu, son of Padapanda Vijayabahu. And I agree that trade is an important skill for a noble to learn. So we decided to visit a local market at Vijayavarajapura. We only have some pebbles for currency, but they are very shiny. Well, I'd like to purchase a ware, please. 82% that I convinced the merchant to trade, and I increased my stewardship by 1. 17% chance that the merchant runs me off, and I regain fumbling customer for 5 years. Gotcha. It's always good to have more stewardship. We'll gain even more as the years go by. There's the ball. It passes me. I take an almighty swing at my leg. Far too almighty. The ball skids through the air, spinning rapidly. It whirs past the crowd, high in the air, soars over a nearby wall. The thud of its landing is sonorous. I look up at the wall. It's rather high, more than twice my height. A bit too high to my liking. Actually, as I ponder my options, I notice Cunavira standing some distance away, doing his utmost to look anywhere but at the wall. Cunavira should go and get it. You know, she's a bit callous person. That's something she would do, honestly. You go get it. And I increase a bit of intrigue by 1. Obvious is obvious. Even though as we are children, football can turn into an awfully rough game. What started as a playful match suddenly turned a full-fledged melee. It takes a few seconds to get my bearings back. When I do, I hear a shrill cry of pain and terror from the pile of fighting children. Stuck at the bottom, I spot Cunavir, being trampled by scores of feet. He cries out pitifully, but the noise is too loud and the others too fixated on the game. Oh, listen, I've done some bad things to you, so I'll say, hold on, I'm coming. Even though there's a 40% chance I might pick up the trait of strong and increase my prowess. 40% that I'll increase my prowess by 1. 11% chance I had to protect this body with my own, and I would gain scratches and bruises, or wounded, and so does he. And he'll become my friend, despite the fact that, well, having a friend to the Baron wouldn't be, he'd be good as confidant, maybe. I rescue him heroically. I am strong. Increase my prowess by 1. See, I didn't need to go for the chivalry focus. I didn't need to do that. More of a strategist. Have more of that mindset. So I became friends after I rescued him from being trampled during a game of football. I read an educational treatise, which increased my martial by 1. Yes. As we thunder past, being chattering on the pursuit of the ball, a lone figure catches my eye. Vijayava sat off to the side, shyly watching the proceedings. He catches my eye briefly before looking away immediately, feigning interest in some flowers. He looks like he could do some company. Come on, join in. 55% chance that they hesitantly join in. I increase my diplomacy by 1. Form a closer of having a friendship with them. 45% chance that they are nonplussed my efforts. Nonplussed. It's getting all a bit competitive here in the game of football. The thought had barely formed in my mind when another flashpoint occurred, as Jibbo is clattered almightily by Cunavira, sending him tumbling near nearby bush. Cunavira helpfully begins to laugh. That's enough, Jibbo stammers out angrily, uh, extricating himself from the bush. He grabs the ball as he does. I'm going home and I'm taking my ball. An awkward silence descends. You are a shy boy. You're getting bullied by a 4-year-old. I'll try to convince him to stay. Please stay. 60% chance to convince him to stay, increase amount of policy number 1. 40% chance that he leaves anyway. I convinced him to stay. It was all good to forget all responsibilities while I spend time with other children, but I'm told I have to return to my duties now. We all had so much fun. Hopefully we could do this again soon. Until next time. Many children in my room joined me to socialize and be merry. Again, used to have a crush on me, but we're not quite friends. And you know, oh yeah, so many things to do now. With all the responsibilities I have now. Let's get your priorities straight. Although the best way to do that is to go on a grand tour. There's also that university where you could visit to further your education. But I am convinced that I don't think anybody else will be joining because all the other vassals will not join in. It's only these two are the ones that are left out. So I think we'll be alright here. You can do this again because, you know, it went that way now. He is a friend, so just dismiss with a wave of a hand. Call that an official end of the Regency. It's like I may be behaving like a child, but damn it, you gotta learn more. But I don't know if I have the learning to do so, but I can. But I do have other skills I could suit for it. No, not here. Yeah. Because I wish to study hard, even though I may not have the highest learning skills to do so. So it makes it feel like I'm not acting like a proper adult yet, nor have I chosen which monastery I should align with, because there's plenty of other issues with this. I'm finally here at the gates of Tiruconamalai, the renowned university seat. All knowledge is collected inside these halls. And scholars of repute from all over the world assemble in these same hallways to preserve and increase the true wealth of wisdom, and I'll soon join them. Of course, major centers of culture are also active markets and offer all the distractions that a student could ever desire. Time to get started. Plenty of guests here. People of all walks of life. Eastern assignment. Crisis in Rata of Vijayarajapura. Trouble is brewing inside my domain as significant segments of the populace, inspired by dangerous them are showing their distress about the conditions of living. The commoners are refusing the change of all the bureaucrats running the place, disobeying orders given by the militia, causing all sort of havoc with the general policies being implemented in the region. This state of affairs causes significant disturbance in the area. This can lead to a dangerous situation for my physical integrity down the road. Oh! Down! Down, down, down. Well, let me see. Besides the relevant stat, the traits just, generous, diligent, calm, honest, passionate. I am calm and honest. No, I am calm and... Huh. Wait, I do have the calm trait, but it's temperate is the other one. But the traits wrathful, callous, which I am callous, give a penalty, so it's half and half. That's why it's 55% chance that we could try to use intrigue and order assassination of the dangerous men and get away with the less two evils. Or 44% chance that this control is going to be reduced drastically on down to 50 and spend quite a bit of piety and end up in a worse situation. And we got away with it. It'll slowly go back up. It'll be fine. My university studies are slightly more successful. Listen to me, Debutantes shouts. She's a Uska. If you read between the lines, the improvement of moral qualities is obvious. You just need to combine an empty cup, a piece of ancient salted beef, and a rooster. All while adhering to the principles that the different contributes to the logic of the Akshapada, Gautama, and Nagarjuna. Trust me, it'll work. Perhaps it wasn't a good idea for her to study the 36-hour stream. Oh, she's an eccentric. I was wondering why is she acting like that. But obviously Seneya is callous, so she'll say, I don't have time for your nonsense. I'm trying to study. And study well. Students, we have an esteemed speaker joining us today. My teacher Mustafa exclaims, let us welcome Vraj Purohit Narendra of the Vijayabahu Aga Rada, the almost authority on Theravada doctrine in Vijayarajapura. Greetings, Narendra starts solemnly while nodding energetically. Today we will be exploring the stars and planets and how it connects to the nature of Siddhartha. Other students straightened their backs and procured their quills. This is going to take a while. 0% chance that I destroy him with facts and logic. 99% chance that I'm ceremoniously ushered out. He knows all. He is the wisest of us all. Do not question him. To tell him that's a heretical thought. Instead, oh, I'll gain quite a bit of stress for this. Just furiously scribble notes here. You'll gain some lifestyle experience. A low trait to upgrade the trait. here, the delegacy from the home country of everyone. Aced an assignment. Glory's already widely known because, you know, the line that I come from. I'm suddenly distracted from my midnight studies by a loud crash, a near-deafening slam, and an expensive-sounding shatter. What in the world is going on? Source of the disturbance appears to be two peasants. Siddhartha knows how they got in here. Perhaps they're gulping down a barrel of the university's spiced wine. This, teaching relations, yeah. I think they're better than us because they can read. Yeah, that's the problem. Eek. As much as I'd like to do that, it's like I know the callous in me says, screw those people. But a small part of me, you know, the kinder side, because, you know, I tended to be more rational-minded. So I'll say, poor unfortunate souls, I'll say that you learn how to read. I'll take the hit. Overwhelmed by stress. As I walk the corridors of my palace, frustrated, many of my courtiers seem to be droning on and on about some problem they're having in the jail of Rajpura. Honestly, this does not even sound particularly problematic. If they tried harder, they wouldn't even notice the failing. Something about the discussion sounds familiar, though. Was the law not my idea? Is this my fault? She can be callous, but I don't think she's the type of person to be having a trait where it's either wrathful or vengeful. I don't think she's that. She's calm. She's better than this. And don't want to have that. It's just mindless chatter. Nothing to do with me. Just remain calm. Probably meditate later on. One of the most respected teachers at Taberna is clearly a foreigner. His accent and manners betray him as a Kurumba. While not strictly necessary in my studies, learning his mother tongue would foster a privileged relationship with him, which is bound to be a good investment in the future. 36% chance that I learn his language, 64% chance that I fail to learn his language, which I would gain a bit of stress for that, but at least give it a try, but don't get too stressed. I managed to learn his language. Alright. My knowledge has impressed him. Alright, see if I could get up to that perk point. If I can. Teaching at the Tiragam takes place for the most part in oral form, and students are encouraged to exercise their vertical prowess and show the progress of learning in debates in front of their peers and teachers. Today, Garang has asked me to take up proposing sons on the topic of what geometrical shape more apt to represent the divine to discuss it out. Oh, it's a 50-50. 50% chance that my position is stronger and I'll become much more successful. 50% that I'm outmatched and my studies become slightly more successful. But regardless, I'm gonna get this average studies thing, which I will gain a perk point for this, a medium chance to upgrade the educational trait. Lost the debate. You're getting awfully close to being too stressed about this. Narendra just died. Okay, last one, right before this ends. Tokyo is often home of fervent debates amongst teachers and students alike. After a particularly lightning lecture from my teacher, Mustafa, I find myself dragged to one such debate with another student. Yeah, Fraxi. It was a Rostovian? Is that a divergent culture? Yes, divergent Ruski. No! You're making no sense. You're completely representing the philosopher's point, I scream. You're completely delusional, as far as I... When I corner my eyes, see Mustafa stare at us with a pensive look on his face. 50-50 again. So either he's convinced or admit that she's right. I convinced her. This has been such an amazing experience. When I left, I can imagine a number of wise men that study in the Rajapura. The depth of their thinking and the breadth of their research, just being part of the same environment made me a much better person. And with my new gained knowledge, I can make my way home very satisfied. However, during my stay, I've grown closer to my teachers, Mustafa, and I'd love to part ways already. On the other hand, my teacher, Gaurang, has made such a great impression on me that I'd like to spend more time together. Oh, he is a very well-learned man. Very, very much. So does he, but I need you to teach me more. So they have... I got the Sahala Administration of the Kingdom, which is just a beautiful manual full of insightful advice and experiences in properly running and possibly not ruining our country. The cover is wood, has a painted display a repeating image of mythological beasts. And I've become an exalted warlord. Seneya overcomes seemingly insurmountable odds on the battlefield with consummate ease, turning the whole campaigns to single death maneuver. So that's 10 martial, with 3 stewardship. Faster army movement speed, and army siege weapon effectiveness is much more effective, and you gain more monthly march lifestyle experience along with stewardship when needed. So, it is done. Organized march. Their armies move fast, and so will I. Forgot about the books. There's a martial-related book that you could put, even though it's set to expire. Do we have another one of those somewhere? Take what you can. These old books go into... Plus, I'm quite stressed. A stressful childhood, being raised, and a few other things. As much as I would like to spend money on something that would help the Sangha, but I gotta meditate seclusion first. I'll do it here in a cover mound castle. Or go over there and you'll likely lose more stress, but it's moderately challenging. Now just do it here as a basic. No need to go anywhere. I mean, I've been through a lot. What's happened? Chola. This was a claimant war. Members of my family are being punished over there. We gotta protect them at all costs. Install Romani. So now we have a mutual alliance between us, and I will intervene to you should anyone try to overthrow you, and I'll be there for you. I promise. They released him. Sounds Liberty War. Okay. We'll do that. So, unfortunately, I have to prematurely end my meditation because a war has been called. It'll take 8 months to gather, and I'll be there. My first foray into combat. Oh, that's large. They're taking advantage of you. Oh my goodness. Whole realm's against you. We'll do what we can, even though it'll be too late to save you when we try to get to Tanjavur. Who joins? House Vijayabahu. Get to have the Vijayabahu dynasty spread into these lands. Yes, I approve. You know, being out at war can increase stress in time. But there's gotta be a better way to try to get the stress levels down as time goes on, because you do not want to be highly stressed about this. Oh, there's too many. Why do we have that part of land? Which is why it's causing that many months to get over there. And this is the main army, and you decide to gather over there. You're gonna be right on him. They're gonna capture him. It'll be too late. Retreating to the privacy of my chairs, I began an extended period of fasting and meditation. Unburdened by the trite concerns of everyday core life, I soon found myself spending more time just enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Glad I took the time to do this. Yeah, but I don't think it'll make much of a difference. They didn't get my nephew. Still gathering. What have I got myself into? They hired mercenaries. They're gonna get together. See if we can get them off by try to besiege here. But at least my armies move so fast that we could just easily come on. Telugu band of Mosala. Wow, you got so many baronies. Level 4 fort level. I think we should get moving. Because we need to group together with them. It's the only way we can try to bait them. At the Congo Nadu. Get them away from their defenses. They're giving us time. We gotta meet up with them. It does not appear that the stress is increasing during wartime, which is usually the case. But not this. Meet up in Banchipuram, and I'll follow you. Because the combined armies could be a definite. Their commanders aren't as good as ours, but individual skill and luck plays a role. We'll cover you. What's your commander like? He's not the aggressive attacker, cautious leader. Strategist. Oh, good. You got a better commander. I'm just only a... just again, which we know how to make supplies last. But we'll watch over you. Lady in waiting. That can help me with the stress issues. Sister-in-law. Mother. That can help. Go ahead. We do have a good physician, right? Yes. Could heal the wounded. But remember, this is a liberty war. They just want the, you know, the crown authority lowered. They've taken over all of Cholamandalam. I'll see too if I can liberate that back. Actually, let's work together here. This is your siege, not mine. Take whatever prisoners you can, that's from there. And we'll provide support. Friendly reinforcements on the way. It's my half-brother. Well, since you are the leader of this sort of thing, I think with their combined strength, I think it'll be much more manageable. Take Uraya, which is a fort level 4. There's a fort level 5 in Madurai. You know, that's my brother-in-law. You know, he's responsible for this. think we should go after Madurai then. Take it over, and then perhaps we can take... I mean, he's out on the field, leading armies. The child is from Uraya. So we're splitting up. What do you decide? For level 9, that takes a little bit of time. What are you doing? Will this buy us time? There's a lot of loot. I could use that to, you know, for the Sangha. To support the monastery. Because I haven't done that yet. What the hell are you doing? I know you've got an excellent commander, but do you really want them to be taking on that? My goodness, they are. You madman. You are the defender. This is our ally. And the advantage is his. And he's the one that's going to give the enemy fatal casualties. For that. Their fighters are very good, while they have many more. But they are mauling them. Got a very good roll. Well done, sir. Never tell them the odds. They're going to be set to liberate Tanjavur, while we'll take over Madurai, which is the capital of the rebellion. And not to mention, there's a lot of valuable loot here because of all these buildings they have. They even have windmills, farmsteads, Dakshinapata, which is a Dakshinapata. Isn't this a Hindu holy site here? Srikula? No. Or is that due to, let me see. They imported gold and ivory here. Look again. Dakshinapata. Is this something county modifier that I'm not seeing? Hang on. Oh, that's what that is. It's a great southern highway linking the Ganges to the south. It's renowned for ceramics here. There was a grand wedding here long ago. Home of many different Hindu faiths here. So there is a chance we can win. They're gonna be over us. Alright. Took over Madurai with a lot of loot. I exit my tent. The siege camp sprawls out before me. A confusing mass of whitewashed tents, a horse fair, makeshift markets erected by locals, pack animals, stands and pens, fierce flags bearing Helderic birds are spread across the barren crags, figures hunch over campfires, tossing on wood or brushing sheepskins clean. My low retainer approaches and informs me that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The Kotama Madurai stands before me, a wreckage of burning wood and broken stone. The fields between the crops have withered, and the wild grass has been reduced to mahogany-colored stubble. Thick smoke curls upwards from the smoldering ruins. Grieving widows and orphan children go to and from among the fallen. Normally I would spare it, but this isn't my land. And if I do spare it, that's not my nature. Because I'm callous, so. Loose fatigue stress. Lose 29. This is a well-developed area. So, I'll let my army run wild for once. For those who don't like it, well then, you're gonna have to deal with me. And imprison everyone you see. You may never know, we'll find some talented people here. Including my half-sister. That's somewhat important. Including a man's wife. Plus, I lose more stress because I'm callous. In fact, I lose a big amount of stress. This is how I deal whenever I'm stressed. We gotta do some acts that could be seen as unkind to some. My forefathers would not approve me of this, but this is war. And if you care about getting them back, I want you to pay up. Anybody willing? Unless they're important hostages. Captured spouse, so... Who's your wife exactly? That's about it, yeah. That's her name. I have sisters. This one is not as important. Would you want to rent? Huh? It's 50 gold. We're gonna need that. Keep in mind, many of our men are pretty good. Including one acclaimed knight here. This man is from Bolavagil, which this man is. He's got a cross, but he's got a solid blade. The swirling, jagged patterns in his weapons are subtle indicators of this blade's general poor quality, but also its heritage. A weapon quenched in the blood of improved by a skillful weapon, so just before an important tourney. The heck. We do have a bit of advantage. Well, they do have many good fighting men. But I'm a damn good fighter itself, and I'm not afraid to get into a fight myself. And if I die, in fact, we still have the designator. Cannot have any child that can be designated, right? Okay. Has to be my immediate. Correct? Yes. So we're taking on the larger portion. The other ones are running off. Taking a bit more casualties. Well, we wounded some of their men, but that makes a little difference. Throw blood, sweat, and horror. I seize an opportunity to face up against some Karunadan. After a brief look around, I do spot something worth considering. How do I like to do? The commander himself is nearby. Though he seems well protected, but time's not on his side. Engage in a duel, or do a sweep, or attack him and take out the commander, which seems ideal. But I believe taking out one of his fighting men can probably contribute little to so engage in a duel. For a few brief moments, Karunadan and I paced in lazy half circles, each watching for an opportunity. I heft my Italian battle axe, ready to defend myself while he clutches his hammer firm in the hand. This fight may be only till first blood, but that has eased my nerves. When the sudden twitch our bout begins, Karunadan, so towards his carefully calculated, waiting for the precise lead right point, reply with several rapid thumps of his hammer. I'll show you how I have an axe. Confident attack. With skill and poison, make a series of well-placed strikes. My axe flows around him like water. Each strike chain fluidly on into the next. A series of perfectly timed attacks. Unexpectedly, he manages to swing a vicious kick from my shin, momentarily hobbling me. My form is good, with only small errors. His stance is passable. My opponent's still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Strike, parry, riposte. I leap into action, launching a flurry of quick slashes, drowning myself hard against his guard, wearing him down for each X-ray time strike. He counters a furious hail of rapid thumps, almost crushing me repeatedly. My form is good, with only small errors. My current stance is formidable. My opponent's still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Come on. I'll tire him. Is that the best you got? You can't even hit me. So load increases my success, becomes harder to injure myself. Time and again, I backpedal, dodge, and weave, always keep within attempted target distance. Soon, Karunadan is showing signs of exhaustion, and Karunadan adopts a defense stance, doing his absolute best to ward me off. The man's eyes follow my every movement. My form is excellent, with little chance for mistake, and his stance passable. My opponent's still holding out my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. This is a sudden death round, no doubt. Better men than you try to break my guard. Strict guard. This is attrition at this point. No foe breaks my guard, and my opponent today is no exception. I force him back time and again with a chain of perfect parries, only offering a devastatingly powerful cleave when he is utterly exhausted. As Karunadan hurtles backwards, I hurtle with him, bringing my axis half down to his face. There are a few crunches quite as visibly satisfying as that. Stunned and sad, my opponent collapses to the floor, losing his weapon in the process. He is so tired it takes a modest amount of studious kicking to get an official yield. I'm victorious. My weapon and armor is taking a bit of a beating. Don't forget that you are also causing these effects here, thanks to this axe. Yeah, we're taking more casualties. This isn't good. We better get a good roll. We want to make a comeback from behind. No. Retreat. Withdraw. Save yourselves. I've been captured and detained against my will against there. I'm no longer free to return to my home or travel as I wish. But I'm not the only one who's been captured. Sabana, one of the good fighters, also been captured as well. They captured me while I was in retreat. But do not worry. We hope this sacrifice that we made are in vain. We lost more, but at least I fought in a duel. And captured in action. See if I could break out. The same walls, the same routine, the same gruel for food. Every day is just like the last. This prison's eating me away. I will stand it no longer. Remember, I'm a prisoner of war. I'm not in a dungeon yet. So I'll try to get the heck out of here. A chance of success depends on my prowess, traits, and whether if I'm in a dungeon. I'm not in a dungeon, so there's a good chance of escape. I have high prowess. I am stubborn, and I can be quite callous if I'm mean to anyone who tries to imprison me. No bars will hold me. I'll wait until darkness falls, and as soon as I'm certain no one is around to grab one bar in each hand and bend. Sweat drips into my eyes, my panting breath echoes in the darkness, but soon I have a hole just big enough to squeeze through. As I disappear into the farmlands surrounding this castle, I finally dare to hope. I'm free! But please remember, I'm back here. you know, since we collect that amount of money, we might as well align with the Sri Lankan monasteries we promised. Support the Mahavihara. We still have a duty to support the Sangha. Ravana schools. Just get up to the strategy focus a bit up. We'll construct the irrigation tanks at a local Buddhist religious site at a later time. But for now, you must retreat to here. Once you're in Vijay Rajapura, I'll take command. I'll be waiting for you. They're in the sea now. They're going to liberate their land. We did our part. Ready to take command again. Alright, this is the man who will join us. Since ours has been captured, one of our good men. Capturing this would also be just as vital. There's good loot there too. But I fear they're gonna get together at sea and try to get back at them. Won't let that happen. So they do control the war target. That's the capital. Apaya, my courtier, frets all through the day, evidently attempted to find the right words. At last, as we make our way to dine, he begins sheepishly. Oh, my liege, he said, Debutantes, your cousin, take his purported claims on the lands more seriously each day. Debutantes is personally wronged by a continued rule of his rightful domain. Bajayabahu Badigada. Debutantes of Sri Kitspra. Inconsequential prattle, I am sure. For 3 years. The rumors are true, and therefore we are rivals now, my cousin. I know about this. Halt. You know, opponents recently disembarked. We could have just kept on going, but by the time they're going to make their landing in Ramnan. Will they stop? No, they will not. Opponent recently disembarked. Advantage us. We're waiting for them. This old man here has made a big mistake. Our large army is going away now. Fight them off. We have the advantage. This is not in. Melancholic and infirm. Poor health. But he's still got good promise. So, instead of doing it, I should go for a sweep. 79% chance of success. And then there's a 20% chance of failure that I'll get injured or worse. Which I will get wounded, and then it escapes with 91% chance. 1% that I get killed, or 6% in prison. I got injured, and he was slain during the battle at its very end by Gangambika, who's my Ratapura, and forgot to note that she's the only woman in our service. That's from back. That was when we first met back at the tournament. And we captured this Norwegian man who was amongst them. It'll be 3 months' time. Oh, now they're going after them. Thank you. Go get him. They got them all. Yeah. They're gone now. It's my man. See, this shows Seneya's got skills in military matters. She's very well educated in military matters. She knows how to keep troops, supplies, and all that. But there's a lot more to learn in the battlefield. And yes, she was a POW once, but she escaped. Thank you very much. Eggs in my tent, siege camp sprawls over for me. A crude, ramshackle city of canvas and cord. Flags flutter above the throng. Shouts and cries rings through the damp air. My lower retainer approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The Kotam of Ramnatapura stands for me. A shambles, a burnt shell, and the fields between, the dead and dying clouded the ground. Giant wooden doors hang twisted on charred black frames. Windows of the tall stone keep are shrunk like silvers of broken glass onto a cobblestone street, and blood-blackened wreckage sits propped in piles in abandoned doorways. Grieving widows walk silently among the heaps of rubble, gathering food and drink for their families. This is just as well developed as Madurai, right? Let the army run wild. I just want to get rid of all this. Counselors for that. So they'll think twice about taking me on. They never improved their fortifications down there. So you're about to take this, but you've yet to liberate Danjavor. Let's go. They're gonna handle this front, we'll get this. He gets the large amount of loot. Go get your capital back. We'll do our part. Wants to go to Western Africa. Skill is legendary. Oh, I don't know about you, because your health is poor and you might die during this quest. As much as I would like it. How much? No. No. Money's going elsewhere. All the stress is gone. I step out of my tent, siege camp sprawls up before me. A haphazard pile of tents and shacks occupying the muddy ring of a forgotten village square. Standards and colors flap and snap in the wind, leaning against the bare rocks that rise from the earth. Gulls circle above, calling to one another with shrill cries. The work is endless. The earth is a morass of mud and bodies. The air is foul and musty beneath the canopy of tarps that cover the tents. The sweet scent of horses and sweat and leather intermingled with the mixtures of blood and dried shit that kick up boots and cloaks. My lower tent approaches the forest as the siege is ended. Gather my bodyguards at the edge of the camp. The Kotam of Combability stands for me, a wreckage of burning wood and broken stone. Between here and there, bodies, charred and rotting and broken, moulder in the fields. Walls of clay bricks built by serfs lie shattered and overturned as towers moulder and crumble in the rubble piles. The houses, poxed by scratches and slits, lie in heaps strewn with rotting horse bones and trash and refuse. Grieving villagers cower in the streets, too stricken to weep. They huddle in the ditches, awaiting torture or waiting to be hanged. Once again, let the hour run wild, and I don't give a damn what people think of me. We just want to make those rebels pay. And plus, there's good money in all this. They're about to liberate. Just move in position just in case if we need to advance. Okay, they stopped. So Mahinda, my 11-year-old nephew, now imprisons every rebellious vassal and gains a title revocation reason against them. Now I'll be on my way back. Ah, yes, the Buddhist religious site. It cost 300 to build a large one. Build a monastery. I want to be just as pious as my father, as I promised myself. In 2 years' time, the province will increase big time. While I'll be on my way back. I've lost a battle and I've won a battle. They released my one of my fighting soldiers, so he'll be put back into service, no doubt. What am I right about it? I'm home. Sweaty, tired, in need of food. A long day of training with the troops is coming to an end. As we search for a place to camp, we spot an old and abandoned castle in the distance. Observing a courtier passing by in a hurry, I declare, that is where we'll make our camp tonight. The sun is setting, and with every step towards the ruin, it looks more ominous. Before long, the soldiers are whispering about ghosts. Take a drink. Let us venture inside. I'm sure there's treasure to be found. Who knows what we'll find inside? Darkness, dampness, and desolation reign inside the castle, and traces of all life are gone. Peering up the decaying stairs, I spot what might be remnants of lush tapestries and old paintings. Looking down spiraling steps, I see only darkness reaching far down to the ground underneath the castle. We search the upper floors. So 74% chance that we find a great treasure, or 25% chance that we'll find trinkets and baubles. We find a great treasure. 190 gold. Excellent. We could construct the irrigation tanks. What luck! It'll be grand. This would definitely help the provenance for our monastery. finally, let's work with the East Africans, which just helps with a bit of a prowess up. And additionally, draw in gold and ivory exports to increase the monthly income here. Every little bit helps. So now these factions will be disbanded. So they'll think twice about taking me on, as I've stated before. My brother Parkravahu is so talented. His mind as a scholar is truly immense, scarce rivaled by any other in the realm. His grasp of matters philosophical and theological lets him debate on even keel with the holiest and wisest of religious leaders. I've yet to see him ever falter when faced with an issue of the mind. Even now I can hear him down the corridor, holding forth an obscure subject with all the skill and ease of a master craftsman with decades of experience. Perhaps I could ask him to give me some tips and tricks on the area expertise? Teaching, 39, he teaches me his ways. 43, to learn nothing useful but thank him. 17, so inept that he just gives him frustration. Nothing useful to learn, but thanks for the effort. Years have passed since my great father, Gajabao, died from being ill. I hope he is serving Siddhartha in Nirvana now, yet the spirit of his faith is still present among the living, both as an inspiration and a challenge. I'm still regarded as his daughter by the pious Theravadins. Just yesterday, an old Becker was praising him as the current ruler. I wonder if Siddhartha feels the same about me. I feel the burning need to prove to myself as a woman of faith of my own, and step out of my father's shadow. Siddhartha will see me as my own self. Because one of these days I'm going to take on a little pilgrimage. Tiruvaraki of Vani, my valuable came to me with an idea initially to use some guile and cunning to prove my standing among my vessels. The plan calls for a risky move where I lose some prestige thanks to an apparent political mistake, later to be portrayed as a victim of falsehood, thus manipulating my vassals into proving their opinions about me and recovering the lost prestige. And in knowledge, I'm not the one calling the shots. I must make a decision about giving a green light to this political maneuver. Oh boy. She's a chance, huh? I'll give her the go-ahead. Success depends on the high diplomacy that she has. And to the lesser extent on my high diplomacy. I don't know, my high dread. I got a tiny dread. The failure depends on, medium low diplomacy does not have it. Being dull, she does have a diplomatic education. Or mind that. Just give a go ahead. I'll spend it. We'll end this episode in January. Strolling around my fortress with my Razglava Samuel, part of me one of his worries regarding my personal safety. As I have a certain personality type, I'm prone to be the victim of dangerous plots to take my life. Unfortunately, and since I'll not stop being what I am, it counts me to hire 1 or 2 bodyguards to increase my safety. In all the threats, just theoretical. These spy masters here are appointed to see to prepare for dangers at every corner of my life could possibly online, and what do I do? So yes, I'm callous. So there will be assassination attempt against you. That's a bit of an increase of that chance of that happening. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode on that note, as we will continue to support the Sangha and more. But first, a fine balance. In the heat of combat, decisiveness is often what separates victory from defeat. When the time comes, I know how I will act. I stand on my ground, being an unyielding defender. Seneya knows one thing above all else. This is as far as the enemy goes. I know how to give the enemy those fatal casualties, but now let's learn that we must take less casualties the next time we fight the battle, so we won't make that same mistake again from what happened in my first battle. Yeah, with that, we'll end the episode here. As you can see, the current prominence. We're getting closer to 600, but we will get to 600 because the Buddhist building, the Buddhist monastery is currently under construction, and this will help the prominence of all the monasteries, including Mahavihara. So, each little step, each passing decade gets us closer and closer to our goal of this series. And of course, and then we know that the next couple of episodes that Seneya will still be around, as she is a martial ruler, a warrior Mahesi, a warrior queen, unlike anywhere that's been seen in this part of the world before. So, I hope you people enjoyed this episode, but until the next one, so long for now.